Like, overtime to the overtime. CryptoonGoonz. It's something I kind of briefly mentioned as a drop, and it was, it just kind of came and went, and I was like, oh, the art's kind of cool, and it has a very unique vibe. Obviously, it's that old schooly, original Mickey Mouse kind of, really early animation, and I just thought it was like, yeah, it was generally cool. And but then just got word, sort of, just saw the breakdown. Somebody shared with me on Nansen, which is a breakdown of like all the influencers purchases, and everyone's getting super hot and heavy into CryptoonGoonz. Um, like yesterday, it just started igniting, and it's not stopping. And I think it's because it's catching this influencer hype train. So I wanted to go live and really show you guys and demonstrate sort of what this is. So as they shoot, my apologies, my Twitter's not going to work. But I can explain to you. So as all the influencers buy, they show up on Nansen. Those following that then look into it and start buying and aping in. And then as these influencers share the price going up, everyone else is going to ape in pretty big and hard and heavy onto CryptoonGoonz. And so the goons, floor price, you can see as it released a few days ago, it was just like, it kind of came, and it was just like, I was like, oh, well, okay, and it kind of just, it landed, and I felt bad for it. I was just like, it's a project that's landing at probably the worst time. And like I said, there's not a lot of great projects that are releasing right now. I think a lot are holding back because just how bad the market is. I think a lot of people are starting to look into it now in the past couple of days, past week especially, seeing the movement of the blue chips, getting sort of the cash flows from as sort of the market goes down, and crypto coins and tokens, NFTs are an inverse in sort of the relationship as we know it currently. And so you can see that clearly happening, a direct relationship yesterday and a couple days. But I think it's hard to read charts, when it comes to NFTs, because I think you have to look at aesthetics. And I hope I don't annoy you guys sometimes of, the grind for me is not just the charts and the numbers of this stuff. The grind to me is the aesthetic appreciation, honestly. When I look at this, I'm like, I can understand where they're going with it, and it's unique and original. This isn't like, sure, it's ripping off Mickey Mouse, but it's just like but it's just like the idea to like bring that into this space is a new one. Bringing this older animation style into this space is it's cool, and I think the execution is very interesting. And there's a big marshmallow with a finger, because it's a bit more modern art in its appreciation, given sort of the sort of the Mickey Mouse wizardy guy giving the middle finger here. There's sort of a modernism to it. Wolverine, come on, I want that Wolverine guy. And so you're gonna see a lot of movement on this here. Let's see sort of if we can break down. There's only 69 of these. There's 1,300 out there. It just kind of depends on, as this takes off, there's obviously going to be a lot of buyers right now. There's going to be a lot of buyers for the next couple of days. So this thing is going to move up. And it just depends on how well, I think from what I read in Twitter, it seems like, this group understands that with this success that they could potentially grow the community. And I think that that's a good indicator for me, when I'm looking at a project, project understanding, oh, they're getting the hype train. What are they going to do with it? And so, this is to me is on the level of doodles in terms of like artistic value. It might not have, as an artist is famous, but I dig this art. And I think it's very easy to read. Little young Popeye, it's easy to read from a sort of a PFP standpoint and point of view. And when I go in, I'm seeing really cool and fun traits that are modernistic takes on like this very old school postmodern, really, kind of making fun of, in a fun way, sort of that older animation, giving it a bit of a different attitude. So in terms of collectability, like I'm very digging the art style of CryptoonGoonz, and so give them a look. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Like, subscribe, hit the bell you have to hit the bell notification. If you're getting this in 5 weeks and this is already at 1 ETH, I'm sorry, but you got to hit the bell notification, because you can like, subscribe, but if you don't hit the bell notification, you don't understand. You don't get when I go live. And so I do this live because this is like in the moment. This floor is not gonna be at what it is tomorrow, and no financial advice, but I think it's going to go a little higher because I think it's grabbing right now the influencer hype train, and so it's going to bring it up. And I think it's just up to the creators to decide how they're going to release information to keep the interest there and high. Because again, for me, the art it's on a really high level of execution that I'd be interested in collecting, and I'm going to try and dig through and find before I get priced out. So I'm going to jump in there too, guys. Hope to see you in